ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
सारवत् विश्वतोमुखम्
सारवत् विश्वतोमुखम्
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
अनवद्यं च
सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः। ऐवन् ऋलुक् एओङ् ऐऔच् हयवरट् लन् ञमाङणनम् शभै घढधश् जबगडदश् खपचठथ चटतौ कपै शशसर् हल् इति माहेश्वराणि सूत्राणि अकुह विसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः यशानां तालु ऋटुर्षाणां मूर्धा ऋतुलसानां दन्ताः ऊपूपद्मानीयानाम् ओष्ठौ ञमाङणनानां नासिका च एदैतोः कण्ठतालु ओदौ तोगो कण्ठ ओष्ठम्
ओदौ कण्ठोष्ठम्
पकारस्य दन्त ओष्ठम्
पकारस्य दन्त
ओष्ठम्
ओष्ठम्
जह्वा मूलीयस्य जह्वा मूल्यम्
जिह्वामूलीयस्य जिह्वामूल्यम्
नासिका अनुस्वारस्य
नासिका अनुस्वारस्य
रामो राजमनिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे
रामो राजमणिः सदा विजयते रामं
रमेशं
रमेशं
भजे
रामेणाभिगता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः
रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे राम मामुद्धर
तप्तस्झि
तिप्तश्ची
तस्थ
सिप्तस्थ
इब्वस्मस्
मिप्मस्
त आतां झ
त आतां च
थास् आथां ध्वम्
तास् आतां त्वम्
इट् वहि मगिङ्
इत्वहि महिङ्
तीतः अन्ति
अन्ति
सीतः त
सीतः
मी वह मह
वः
तकारातामन्
तकारातामन्
सकारातं त
सकारातं
अम्बम
अम्बम
तायितामन्त
इताम् अन्त
ताः इथां द्वम्
इताम् त्वम्
ईवहि महि
मही
तूतामन्तु
तामन्तु
तं त आनि आव आम
आनि आव आम
तामितामन्ताम्
तामिताम्
स्वगिथां द्वम्
त्वम्
ऐ आवहै आमहै
आवहै आमहै
ईत ईयाताम् ईयुः
युः
ईहि ईतम् ईत
ईतम् ईत
इयम् इव इम
इयम् इव इम
ईत ईयाताम् ईरन्
ईयाताम् ईरन्
ईथाः ईयाथाम् ईद्वम्
ईयाथाम्
इय ईवहि ईमहि So we are seeing Divadigana. The last class, what was the topic? Have we seen Samprasaranam?
Yes. And
Then
idit dhatu.
Idit Dhatu.
Yes.
Okay, that is what we are seeing, right? Idit Dhatu. What is Idit?
Raswa ikara at the it letter.
Yes, Rasva Ikara is it in which that is called Idit.
Idit.
Okay, Dhatu, it can be anything. Here we are interested in Dhatu, right?
Yes.
Idit means Ikaraha, it, yasya, saha. Ikaraha it yasya saha. Idit. It yasya saha. Bahuri samasa. Anyway, samasa we will see later. Just check. It yes yasya saha. Similarly, ut it yasya saha it becomes udit.
Udit.
And I think I told you ugit also.
Ugit.
Can,
Yes.
Yes.
not only we can mention by a specific letter, we can mention the group of letter also by using pratyahara. That is also possible,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Uk letter like urul.
Urul.
So uk it yasya saha ugit. So that is also possible individually as well as collectively we can do also. All depends on the requirement that is in the sutram. If it is required, the rule if it is required, then it is said. Now, today we will complete this Tivadigana and then I will summarize what we have seen. The 14 points, if you remember, that is enough, all the different rules. So these are the points. Rasvaikaraha is it in which that is called idit. You are interested in idit dhatu. Dhatu in which ikara is it. It means it become lopaha. It means it is packing letter. Anubandha. Anubandha varnaha. Tasya lopaha bhavati. It goes away. Not considered to be a part. That letter, if it is ikara, then the dhatu is called idit dhatu. Dhatu in which ikara is it. It's called idit dhatu. Now this idit dhatu is important. So by seeing the dhatu, Aupadeshika dhatu, dhatus which are dhatu pata, or in your dhatu kosha, if you take along with the anubandha, the ita letter, dhatus are given, that you have to see. If ikara is ita letter, then the dhatu is idit dhatu. If the dhatu is idit dhatu, then what happens? It gets num agama. Num agama, the content of num is nakara only. Makara is ita letter, and mu is also it. Content is only nakara. Nakara will come. Because makara is it, therefore this agama is mit agama. There are 3 types of agama we have seen: tit agama, mit agama, kit agama. Makara being it, therefore mit agama, being mit agama, therefore it will be added after the last ach of this stani. Here stani is what we are discussing, dhatu. So here it is stani meaning dhatu. You have to understand. Here it is, the topic is what? Dhatu, right? Dhatu. So comes after the last ach of the dhatu. Example we saw, nidhi is a dhatu. In fact, the dhatu in the dhatu pata, you will see just nidhi, like this. More than in akara only you will see. Yes or no? You see dhatu kosha. What happened to the more than in akara? It becomes
Dantinakara.
dantinakara. We have seen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
In the dhatu pata, that is aupadeshika dhatus. Dhatus having murdhani nakara or murdhani shakara will be replaced by danti nakara or danti sakara respectively, right? So if it is murdhanya, it is replaced by dantya letter. So therefore, nidhi would be the dhatu. You can check the dhatu kosha, you will see this. Therefore, replacing murdhanya by dantya nakara nidhi. After that, here e is ita letter. Iditvat numagamaga bhavati. Kutra bhavati? Dhatu is a stani. So after the last ach of the stani. So ikara is ita letter. That should not be considered. So nid is a dhatu. Content of the dhatu is nid. After removing the ita letter, content is nid. So here nakara plus e. E is a vowel after the last vowel. That is the only vowel and that is to be the first and the last only, right? If the person has got only one son, who is the first son, who is the last son? The same person, right? He is the first and he is the last. Right? Because only one son, only one son is there, then what is the which is the first, which is the last? Adyantavanta. Adyantavantaha. That is also a rule is there. Sutram is there. It says that which is Adi, that behaves like that which has got only one. Now that behaves like Adi as well as anta. Depending on the rule, the condition to be applied. Depending on the rules to be applied, that can be considered to be the adi, that considered to be the first, or that can be considered to be the anta. So here we are interested in last edge. Then this is the last edge. Suppose there is some rule which says first edge, then this is the first edge. Understand? It is adivat, it is antavat. Why? Because it is only one. If there are two vowels, then you can say the first one, second one, first vowel, second vowel. Here there is no two, there is only one. Therefore, numagama comes after the h, only one h is there, that is ikara. After that it comes nind. The nind is a dhatu. Now nind is the dhatu. This only we have to process it by adding gana vikrana, etc. Right? So nind is arrived at from nidhi. This is preparing the dhatu, like preparing the raw material for processing. The iron ore which you get from the earth, you have to process it. Before feeding into the main industry, it has to be processed. Then after that, it is refined. And finally, steel is produced. Similarly, here also, nidhi. So nidhi, originally it is ra. The ra is processed. Then finally, now it has become ready for further processing. This is not complete. Then there is the dhatu. Now, after removing the ith letter, after adding the agama, etc., now it is ready. Now we can add the pratyaya, whatever you want to add, whether you want to add tinganta or whether you want to add krit pratyaya to convert this into a pratipadikam. All these things can be done. So which dhatu? Nind dhatu. Now nind is a dhatu. Okay. So nind plus sha plus the nindati. This is sixth gana. Okay, I am giving the example of sixth gana here. Now the dhatu in which nakara is seen, that is here the numagama comes, that is numagama is nothing but nakara. The dhatu in which nakara is seen, not because of idit, then the dhatu is anidit dhatu. So we want this anidit condition. Idit dhatu is that which has got ikara as it, because of which nakara comes, that is numagama comes. Now the dhatu in which nakara is there, not because of dhatu being idit, but nakara is there. That dhatu, those type of dhatus. Those dhatus are called anidit dhatavaha. Understand? Anidit dhatus. Now if it is anidit dhatu, then what will happen? That is what the condition, that's what we are going to see now. Now example you can see. Dhatu is ranj dhatu. In fact, here the nakara, talavik nakara is because of nakara only. Because of nakara. Because of jakara only, this nakara has become nakara. So please note this. Wherever you see the fifth letter, along with the class consonants, right? Please note that the fifth letter is dantya nakara only. It is nakara alone has transformed itself. Because of what? Shutta sandhi, right? Understand? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes, Guruji.
yes,
Yes. Wherever, that is, if you see fifth letter, you have to understand it is nakara only. Because nakara, jakara, shutta sandhi. Either shutta sandhi or something else happen. What will happen? I can give you some example. Like this is ranch. Similarly, another example I'll give you. 1 minute. I'll give another example. Ranjidata is one. Then Amiditam Malaha Upadayasa. We can take this dhatu. Mant dhatu. One more dhatu. This also can be taken. Dhatu is mant dhatu. You have dhatu kosha, please see. Dhatu is mantha is the dhatu, original dhatu. Aupadeshika dhatu. Is it a idit dhatu? Yes or no? Is it an idit dhatu?
No.
No, it's not an idit dhatu.
Mm.
Nakara, but nakara is there. After removing the itha letter, you have mant only.
Month. Mm.
Nakara is not because of dhatu being idit. Therefore, this is anidit dhatu, mant. Okay, this is another example. This is nakara, not because of idit. Therefore, it is anidit
Anidit.
dhatu. What will happen that we will see later. Now, we'll give another example. Therefore, this then then 1 minute. Dhatu, Damsha. Okay, I'll give now this example. One more example. Dhatu is Shanj. Shanja. You see the dhatu pata or the dhatu kosha. Shanja is there. Right? Dhatu is there. Now here, the A is in the letter. A is in the letter. Therefore, you will see in your dhatu kosha, you will see that it has. Now this, okay. Aupadeshika dhatu, beginning with what letter? Murdane shakara. Therefore, it will become what?
Sakara.
Tantya sakara.
It becomes dante sakara, becomes sa. It is sanj, removing the itha letter. Then further, what will happen?
Nakara will be replaced by
Nakara will be
Nakara.
replaced by the nasal.
By the fifth
Your
letter
class,
of that
fifth letter of
Chavarga.
your class.
So
Chavarga.
you will see sanj only. In fact, sanj is a dhatu. Sanj is, that's what you will see, sanj dhatu. Here, the nakara is because of nakara.
Mm.
So, like in this example, jakara. I said I'll give one more example. This is the example. Because of jakara, the nakara has become nakara. Similarly, because of jakara, the nakara has become nakara. Sanj. Okay. So this here also, the nakara is there not because the dhatu is idit. Nakara is there not because of dhatu is idit. Therefore, what is this? This is anidit.
Anidit.
In all these examples, nakara is there not because of dhatu being idit. Therefore, anidit dhatus. Understand? Then another example I'll give. There are many such things are there. Therefore, anidit. Then dansh. Dhatu is dansha. Here also it is. The dhatu kosha, dhatu. You see this? Dansha will be the dhatu. Here nakara is there. Nakara is not because of it dhatu being idit.
Did
Content is dansh. Content is dansh. So nakara is not because of idit. Therefore, this is also anidit dhatu.
Anidit.
Understand?
Mm.
So all these are some examples. Maybe the dhatus may be in different kana, doesn't matter. Just to show you the example. That is why the Danish dhatu, I don't know whether we have seen this Danish dhatu, which is in first kana. We have seen, I think, yes. Remember, that is Danish plus Shap
Shap.
plus
Plus this.
what will happen? We have seen in first kana.
Danshati.
What will happen?
Dansh plus a plus T.
Then
Danshati.
damshati, right?
Hmm.
How it becomes nakara? Nakara has become anuswara. I taught you the rule, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
Apadanta
Yes.
nakara
Yes.
followed by
Followed by
Makara or Nakara.
apadanta nakara or makara becomes anuswara when?
Followed by Hal Guru.
Jal letters when
Followed by
followed by
jal
jal
letter.
letter.
Followed by jal. Apadanta nakara or makara followed by jal will become anuswara. So damshati. Damshati means bite, biting.
Hmm.
So the dhatu has got nakara, not because of idit. Can compare with nidhi. Here it is idit. In all these cases, it is anidit, not idit. Okay. One more example is something called shvanj dhatu. Dhatu is shvanja, actually. It is idit, it letter. So what will be the content? Please tell me the content.
Swanj.
Sakara, then va, then nakara, then jakara, right? Then what happens further?
Anunasita.
It becomes
Vanch.
Bindu.
what will happen?
Nakara
Chakara
becomes
Nakara, apadanta nakara followed by jal. It becomes anuswara and then jakara. Then anuswara followed by what letter? A letter. Therefore, parasavana, anuswara only will become nakara. That's why you get in all the cases like that only. Okay, I said Shruta Sandhi, not really Shruta Sandhi. Okay. So you have to apply not Shruta Sandhi, please note. Sorry. Nakara will become anuswara and anuswara will be replaced by parasavana. You all remember the rule, Sandhi rule. Sandhi rule are important. That's Sandhi, then how will you do this? Remember Sandhi rule.
Adesha.
Anuswara, the apadanta nakara makara followed by jal will become anuswara. That step I have not written here, but you have to understand. Apadanta nakara or makara become anuswara, then anuswara will be replaced by the parasavarna. Parasavarna sandhi. Therefore, swanj you get. Right? Not because of Shruta Sandhi. Please note, okay. Shruta
When
Sandhi
followed by
comes.
young letter.
Huh?
You have told us when followed by young letter.
young letter.
Followed by not young letter. Followed by anuswara, followed by yei letter.
Sorry. Yei letter gets Parasavarna Adesha.
Parasavarna. That is Sandhi.
Yeah.
So that not by Shruta Sandhi. Okay. I said in the beginning Shruta Sandhi, not by Shruta Sandhi. If it survives, then Shruta Sandhi will apply. But anyway, here anuswara will be replaced by parasavarna. In all these cases like that. So therefore, wherever nakara you see in the upada, please understand, followed by a jal letter, then you can understand that is because of, that is wherever you see the nakara or any fifth letter, then you can understand that to be the nakara, that to be the dante nakara. So nakara is nothing, the nakara is also the content of num only. Okay. Num is because of the agama. Here nakara is not because of the agama. Numagama comes because of dhatu being idit. Here nakara is there not because of dhatu being idit. Therefore only it is anidit. Is that clear? Therefore all these dhatus are what dhatus?
Anidit.
All these are anidit dhatavaha. Why this condition is required? Now only we are going to see the rule. So far what are anidit that has been explained. This rule is very important. So anidit dhatus, some specific rule is there that will apply. First, you have to understand what is anidit, then only the rule what I am going to say will become clear. Is it clear, anidit?
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Yes. Yes.
So, I would say that this 14, it's 14 is here. Okay. Then anidit dhatavaha. Introduction to anidit dhatus. This will be useful many places. You can note. Now, if it is anidit, what will happen? That rule is, please note here, Upada, what is Upada?
Penultimate letter.
Penultimate letter.
Upada Nakara.
Nakara.
Penultimate
Penultimate
nakara.
nakara.
In all these cases, you Anidit Dhatu, you see Nakara as penultimate, right? That
Yes.
penultimate Nakara. Upada Nakara, I'm writing the rule now. Upada Nakara of Halanta Dhatus. What is Halanta Dhatu?
Ending with
Ending in
hal.
consonants.
Consonant.
Dhatus ending with consonant. Having the Upada Nakara.
Nakara.
Nakara is there. Is it because of Idit? No.
No.
Anidit. Therefore, Anidit Dhatus. Upada Nakara of Halanta Anidit Dhatus. Right? Is it clear? Understand that part.
Yes.
What is going to happen? Will become Lopaha. Lopaha means
Disappear.
disappears. When does it disappear? Condition is will become Lopaha when followed by Kit or Nit Pratyayas. When followed by Kit or Nit Pratyaya, Halanta Anidit Dhatu, Upadanakara of Halanta Anidit Dhatu will become Lopaha. So what is Anidit Dhatu? We don't know. That is why introduction to Anidit Dhatus. That is the connection. Is it clear?
Yes.
We have to know what is Anidit Dhatu. So what is Anidit Dhatu?
That nakara is not because of the.
Yes. What is it? Anidit Dhatu. For that only this introduction is. Introduction to Anidit Dhatu. Introduction and importance of introduction to Anidit Dhataha and its importance. And its importance is when followed by, this is the root, and importance is it will bring in Nummagama. That is the Idit Dhatu will bring Nummagama. Anidit Dhatu anyway Nakara is there. So the importance is the rule is the importance. Upada Nakara will become Lopaha when followed by
Kit or nit.
Kit and Nit Pratyayas. Now, you see, let us take example from this Gana, Divadi Gana, and then do. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Let us take the Ranjidhatu. Taking the Ranjidhatu. Ranjidhatu belongs to this group. Dhatu is Ranj. Then you have to arrive at the Upada Nakara. Whether Upada Nakara is, how do you know? Nakara is there. Therefore,
Anunasik is there.
it would have been, if you write like this, for your understanding, Nakara is there. So Nakara, because of Parasavana, it has come. Reversal. You have to go to the reverse direction. So it must have been Anuswara before. And before becoming Anuswara, Apadanta Makara Nakara only will become Anuswara. So it should have been Nakara before.
Nakara.
That is how we have to arrive at. That it is the other way. Understand?
Yeah.
Already this dhatu I have told you before we have seen. So reversal, Ranjidhatu. Generally we don't see the Upadeshika dhatu, we see only this dhatu. But you can arrive at the Upadeshika by this reverse. So now Ranj is the dhatu, Anidit dhatu. Now take that, Ranj plus, let us do, Lat Lakara, Pratama Purusha Ekavachanam. It is Parasmepadi Pratyaya. Okay, Ranj plus Tip. What is the next step?
Ranj plus Shan plus Tip.
Shan will come. Ranj plus Shan plus T. Ranj is the Anga for Shan.
Shan.
And Ranj plus Shan is the Anga for
Tip.
Tip. Pakara not required, I removed because anyway Angakara not going to happen. Shan is Savadhatakam. Yes or no?
Yes.
Shitvat Savadhatakam.
Yep.
Can you do
Apit.
Angakarya?
No, Apit. Because it is
Apitvat
fourth
Angakarya.
gana.
Yes.
Fourth gana, no Angakarya.
And also here there is no equilater, so cannot happen at all.
Mm.
So now we have a ranch. Okay, now it is apit. Apitvat. No Angakarya, that's one thing. Apitvat.
Nitvam bhavati.
Nitvat bhavati, that is important. Right? Why it is Angakarya will not happen? Sarvadhartakam apit nitvat bhavati,
Nitvam.
right? It will be deemed to be nit. And what do we say?
Nakara will
Followed
become
by-
lopa.
Upadanakara of Alankara dhatu will become lopaha when followed by nit pratyaya. Shan is apit pratyaya. Sarvadhartaka apit pratyaya. Apitvat nitvat bhavati. Therefore, nit pratyaya follows. Right?
Mhm.
If you want, you have to write it. That is here. That is Shan being Sarvadhatuka apit pratyaya and Sarvadhatuka apit pratyaya and apitvat nitvat bhavati.
Nitvat. Mm.
Apitvat nitvat. And since apitvat nitvat,
Upada nakara lopa.
therefore the dhatu is followed by nit pratyaya. Therefore, dhatu is followed by nit pratyaya. Right? Not directly in nit is given, but apit, therefore nit, therefore dhatu is followed by nit pratyaya. Since because it is followed by nit pratyaya, therefore upadanakara anijit dhatoho upadaнаkarasya
Lopa
bhavati. Therefore becomes raj plus ya plus ti. Therefore form is
Rajyati.
Yati.
rajyati is a rupam. Right? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Little complicated, but it's a matter of understanding. If you any doubts you ask. And this rule is very important. You will see its rule all the way. Many places you will see this. You'll be using in Kridanta very exhaustively this rule. It's a very important. Is it clear? Rajyati. Now, Girijani, you can tell Latlakara Rupam. What will the Latlakara Rupam?
Rajyati rajyatah rajyanti. Rajyasi rajyatah rajyatha. Rajyami rajyavah rajyamah.
Yes. Then Anupama, you can tell Lang Rupam.
Arajyat, arajyatam, arajyan, arajya, arajyatam, arajyata, arajyam, arajyava, arajyama.
Jyotiji.
Lotlakara.
Yes.
Rajyatu, rajyatam, rajyantu. Rajya, rajyatam, rajyat. Rajyani, rajyava,
Rajyata, right?
rajyata. Yes, rajyata.
Yes.
Rajyani, rajyava, rajyama.
Yes. Kausalya, you can do Ling Lakara.
Rajyet, rajyetam, rajyeyuhu, rajyehe, rajyetam, rajyeta, rajyeyam, rajyeva, rajyema.
Okay, please type your name in the chat box so that it become easy to call. Okay. Now in the last class, you told me, that it is there in the Bhavadikana 15th point something, right? Remember?
Yes, Guru.
Yes. The same thing is there in the 15th point of the Bhavadikana. This file is with you. You can refer this Bhavadikana, the 15th point. Where is that 15th?
No, I think it is 11th.
11th.
11th,
huh?
Guruji.
Okay.
11th.
Oh, 11th point. Oh, yeah, this is the one.
When followed by shaprachaya.
Yes. This just I'll copy and paste it. This is Ranjidhatu is there in Bhavadikana also. In first Gana also it is there. Now we are dealing with the fourth Gana. But in first Gana, what happens? Just I copy paste the same thing here in Bhavadikana. That is upadanakara of the dhatu, ranj dhatu. Ranj dhatu of which gana? Vadigana.
First remember.
First gana, Vadigana. Vadiganaha will become lopaha when followed by shap pratyaya.
Pratyaya.
Please note, here ranj plus shap. Shap is what pratyaya?
Sarvadhatu pit
Sarvadhatu.
pratyaya.
Pit,
Pit
right?
pratyaya.
Is it a nit pratyaya? No.
No, it is
No.
not. Pit.
Still, I want nakara to go. That is why this specific rule is. That's why Vadigana. So I can write note the connection. Okay, the connection with the dhatu of the first gana. Upadanakara of the dhatu ranj Vadigana will become lopa when followed by shap. Please note, this is to be noted. Yes, Sarvadhataka pit, it is not a git, but still nakara goes away by a different rule, totally by a different rule. It is, even the dhatu is anidit. Anidit dhatu, when followed by kit or nit pratyaya only, nakara will become lopaha. That is what we said. But here, when shap pratyaya follows, for this dhatu only, specifically for this dhatu, it will become lopaha. Understand? So you can note this. That it means Panini Maharishi had written a specific rule for this dhatu. Specific rule for this dhatu he had written. Upadanakara will become lopaha. Not only this, the damsh dhatu, sanj dhatu, swanj dhatu, what happens there in all these cases?
Even lopa when
Lopa
followed by
happens.
shap.
So not only here, if you take Vadigana, so therefore here also you can see which is the point number, that is
10. Number 10.
number 10. You can see Upadanakara of the dhatu dam shanj swanj will become lopa when followed by
Shap.
shap. So therefore these dhatus also can be included. Specifically these dhatus are given. Even though dhatu, these are anidit dhatu, followed by pit pratyaya, not apit, but still what will happen? Goes away. So
Lopa.
of the dhatu, Vadigana, this is Ranja dhatu, then all the dhatus are Vadigana only. So Upadanakara of the, I will write like this, Vadigana dhatus like the ranj, then
Dansh.
shanj,
Shanj.
and
Shwaj.
will become lopaha when followed by shap. This just to show you the contrast from here, from this point. Upadanakara of alanta anidit dhatu will become lopaha followed by kit nit pratyaya. Even though here it is not a kit pratyaya, still it becomes lopaha. That's the point. Okay. Here I will write not a nit. In case if you have doubt later, it's not a nit pratyaya. For this, we have written a separate rule. Okay, this you can note. Okay, it's clear.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
So therefore, Ranj will become Rajati or Rajate. Similarly, Damsh will become
Dashati.
Dashati. It is not Damshati. Okay, sorry. Just now I said it is Dashati. Okay, that Nakara goes away. I just now gave the example here before. It is Dansh. That Dansh comes after that Nakara goes away because followed by Shap Pratyaya. Therefore, Nakara goes away. Dashati. That's by a specific rule. Specific rule is there. What is that rule? Okay, it's not required. If you want specific, I can give you that the sutram for that. Damsha, Sanja, then Sanjam, Shapi. This is a sutram. Okay. Sutram tells that is 6:4:24. 6:4 24. That's a sutra which tells Damshdatu, Sanjidatu, Svanjidatu, when Shapratyaya follows, that is that Upadanakara goes away. Okay. This is a sutra. We are not interested in the sutra, just giving in case if it is. If you can remember this, fine.
Sorry, Guruji.
Yes.
I'm just writing it down. Can I have it? 6.4.24.
It's okay. Don't focus on important. The sutra is not required. Just I mentioned all the dhatus are there in the sutra.
Yeah.
How to interpret sutram, how to understand what does it mean, all is difficult now. So don't worry about it. Similarly, there's Ranjidhatu also. That is by Ranjescha 6425. The next sutra. So 24 has got 3 dhatus, 24 is for only 1 dhatu, Ranjidhatu. So here the Ranjidhatu is of the first gana, not of the Divadigana. Because Divadigana anyway, that is Upadanakara going to become Lopaha by this rule. Upadanakara of Alanta Nididhatu will become Lopaha followed by Kit Nitrataya. Therefore, in Divadigana, this will apply. And if it is Bhuvadigana, therefore only this specifically the rule is there. Ranjescha. Therefore, Ranjidhatu here in the Sutram Ranjidhatu referring to Bhuvadigana Dhatu. Understand? It cannot be Divadigana. Okay, anyway, this is additional information. Take as much you can. That's enough. So that this is Anidit Dhatu. Okay, with this, I think Divadigana is completed. Any doubt you have Divadigana? I'll just quickly summarize from the beginning. Whatever we have seen so far from the very beginning, we'll summarize. Divadigana Dhatu, Dhatavaha, that is the name itself tells you that the first Dhatu is Div Dhatu. The Gana beginning with Div Dhatu, that's called Divadigana. Divadi Gana has Bahuvri Samasa. Div Adihi, Div Dhatuhu Adihi Yasya Ganasya Saha Ganaha Divadi Ganaha. That Gana which begins with the Div Dhatu is called Divadi Ganaha. Divadi Gana is Adanta. Why? Because we are going to add Shen Pratyaya. When Ting Pratyayas are added, with regard to Ting, it is going to be Adanta. So 1, 4, 6, 10. Adantanga, right? I just say Adanta. Adanta means you have to understand with regard to Ting Pratyaya. So Divadi is Adantanga. And the Gana Vikrana being Shen being a Shit Pratyaya, therefore Sarvadhatakam, Apitvat, no Angakarya possible. And because it is Adantanga, no Angakarya possible because of the thing also. So no, therefore completely no Angakaryas. Right? Whereas in the Vadigana, because of Shap, Angakarya will happen to the Dhatu. Because of Ting, Angakarya cannot happen to the Adanta. The Shap is right?
Yep.
Adanta Anga Dhatus. So 1, 4, 6, 10 Adantanga. In all these Gana, 1, 4, 6, 10, because of the following Ting Pratyaya, Angakarya cannot happen. If at all Angakarya happens, it happens only because of the Gana Vikrana Pratyaya, which is possible only for the first Gana, because Shap Sarvadhatu Kampita. Therefore, in Divadigana, no Angakarya possible, as well as in Tudadigana also not possible. In Tudadigana also same thing. Dhatu plus Sha. What is Gana Vikrana? Sha. Sha is Shitvat, Sarvadhatakam. Sarvadhatakam, it is Apit. Therefore, no Angakarya possible. Nitvat, no Angakarya. Right? So, therefore, no Angakarya possible because of the Gana Vikrana. Angakarya of the Dhatu. No, that is Angakarya No, Dhatu being the Angakarya cannot happen with regard to Sha Pratyaya. With regard to Tin Pratyaya also cannot happen being Adanta Anga. Okay, so this is for both Divadi and Tudadi. Churadi we will see. Okay, now the first Dhatu is Div Dhatu, which has got all this meaning. The important meaning you can note. Div means to play, Div means to shine. Other meanings are also used. Okay, so the long one. So in many meanings, this dhatu is used. This dhatu, this gana, which is called Divadi Gana, has got 140 dhatus. Gana Vikrana is Shen. When we say Shen, you have to remember all the properties. Whatever properties required for a particular operation, that you have to bring it. You have to remember. It's not that it may have some many properties. Some unrelated property, you cannot bring it when a particular operation takes place. You have to bring in the relevant property. That is what the understanding is. See, your understanding is how it is judged or how it is known is by bringing the appropriate property. When Angakarya is supposed to happen because Iganta Rasva Ikupada is there. Then you have to say it will not happen. Why? Because it is Apitvat, Nitvat Bhavati, Angakarya will not happen. So you have to bring in the Apitva property, Apitva Guna. Shitvam is there, therefore it is Sarvadharthaka. Apitvam is there, therefore no Angakarya. Right? So all the, I'm just telling that simple property, not only for this pratyaya, for any pratyaya, you have to remember you have to bring in the appropriate property. Okay, then Atupada Dhatu. Atupada is Dhatu having Akara, Rasva Akara as Upada. Here Akara is for what purpose? I given here.
Limiting factor.
Limiting factor.
To limit the letter to only that Ucharanam only. Akara, Rasva Akara. So Atupada means Rasva Akara is the Upada of the Dhatu. So Dhatus having Rasva Akara as Upada, they are called Atupada Dhatavaha. What will happen Atupada Dhatavaha? Nothing happens. I'm just classifying the Dhatu based on what the penultimate letter is, based on what the ending letter is. So Atupada, Pad plus Shan plus Te, Padyate, Padyate, Padyate iti Rupam. Man Dhatu also in this Gana only. Manyate, Manyate, Manyante. Important Dhatu. Man, to think. Mananam, Manaha, all this from the Man Dhatu only. Manana, Shilaha, Munihi. That is all from Man Dhatu. Okay. So, this is Atmanepadi Dhatu. We have seen this. Then all the forms. Okay, Man Dhatu also we have done. For the Dhatus beginning with Ach, the following points to be noted. This we know. For Lang Lakara, Atagama will come. Okay. So Asdhatu, As means to throw. So Asdhatu in this Divadi Gana meaning to throw. Asdhatu meaning to exist, Sattayam. It is in the second Gana. Whose form is Asti Staha Santi. Right? Asti Staha Santi, Asi Staha Sta, Asmi Svaha Smaha. That is different. That is different. And here in this Gana, Asdhatu is there, which means to throw. Asyati, to throw. Sanyasa, that is derived from Asdhatu only. Some Ni Purvaka Asdhatogo Krut Pratyaya. Sanyasa, Asdhatu. To throw. That's why give up. Fine. Then other Dhatu, Nashdhatu. Nashdhatu, Nashyati, Nashyataha, Nashyanti. This we have seen. Point number 2. Itupada Dhatu. Dhatu having Rasva Ikara as Upada. So here all this you have to remember. Aupadeshika Dhatoho Pratama Yadi Pratama Varnaha Mudanya Shakaraha Bhavati Targi Tasya Dante Sakaraha. Tadvateva Yadi Aupadeshika Dhatoho Dhatau, Aupadeshika Dhato, Pratama Varnaha, Murdanya Nakaraha Chet, Dante Nakaraha, Adeshu Vena Bhavati. This you have to remember.
Hmm.
Shatvam and Natvam, this is called.
Hmm.
So here in this it upada dhatu having rasva ikara as upada, just join, nothing happens, very simple.
Hmm.
So svidyati, siddhyati, snigyati, with dhatu, important dhatu. With is there in 5 ganas, in fact. It is in second gana, it is in the 4th gana, it is in 6th gana, it is in 7th gana, as well as in Churadi gana. Churadi gana, you leave it. But in 4th gana, it is there. So in this gana, it means sattayam, like bhu dhatu.
Hmm.
Bhu sattayam, as sattayam. As is dhatu is second gana. Okay, don't confuse with as in this gana. In this gana, its meaning is to throw. That is different. So all these dhatus, you can see the meaning sattayam in the sense of being existing, existing. Sattayam. From that only sat, chit, the sat being existing. So vidyate, nasato vidyate bhavaha, vidyate, with the dhatu. This gana only important dhatu. With the sattayam. With the jnane is there. The sense of knowing, that is 7th gana. From that only we get Veda. Veda is pramanam. It is a jnana karanam. That is jnane, to know. Here it is sattayam, bhu sattayam, as sattayam, with sattayam. All these dhatus are in the meaning of sattayam. Sattayam, what vibhakti?
Saptami.
Saptami vibhakti. What linga?
Saptami.
Strili.
Strilinga. Satta. Satta spurti. In Vedanta we say satta spurti. Spurti means shining. Prakasha. Chaitanyam is Swaprakasha. Sambhita, Swayam Prabha, Visa, Panchadashi. Sat. It is of the nature of existing. Sat. Sattayam, in the sense of being existing. Dhatu with this use. That is the interpretation. You see, dhatu and its meaning is given. The meaning in the dhatu pata, you will always see the meaning in the saptami vibhakti. Bhu sattayam with jnane. Jnane, jnana in the sense of knowing. Dhatu with this use, not this gana, 7th gana. Okay. If you can remember the vidya dhatu, it's very good now itself. It is there in 4 gana. It is in adadi gana, that is 2nd gana. It is in divadi gana. It is in tudadi gana. It is in rudhadi gana, 7th gana. 7th gana with means jnane. You can note. And 2nd gana with this. 2nd gana with dhatu. Sorry, 2nd gana dhatu with this jnane. Okay. Like I said, 2nd gana with this jnane, with the jnane. From that only veti, vittaha, vidanti you get. Okay. And 6th gana is vind dhatu, means labhe. Vindate, amrit, vindate, amritatvam vindate. That vindate labhe, gain. That meaning vind dhatu.
Prapyate.
Prapyate. Yes, that is the meaning. Okay. So in this gana, it is sattaya, in the sense of existing. Atmanepadi, therefore, vidyate, vidyate, vidyante. Okay. Then utupada dhatu. Ukara is the upada of which dhatu? Those dhatus are called utupada dhatavaha. So shuch dhatu. This is another important dhatu. The whole Gita begins with this kriyapadam only, shuch only. Because it is samsara nivartaka shastram. Samsara is nothing but shoka. Absence of shoka is called freedom, right? Samsara is nothing but shoka. Always worry. Either worry about the past or worry about the future. So shuch, important dhatu. Ashochya nanvashochastam. That is the first shloka. First shloka is, that is the first upadesha. And the last one is, what is the last one? Last shloka of the Gita. That also ends with shuch only. Not literally last. The 18th chapter, 72nd shloka, not that one. What is that? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Then
Aham tvam mokshe.
sarvapapebhyaha mokshayishyami ma
Mashuchaha.
Mashuchaha. That is Vashuchaha. Starting from Ashochya up to Mashuchaha.
Runs.
Whole Gita is about removal of Shuch, Dukkha only. So that's important dhatu, Shuch dhatu, which is in this Gana. Puti Bhave, in the sense of purifying. Shoka is that to be purified. Puti Bhave, what vibhakti is that? Puti Bhave is a meaning. Meaning you can write from the Dhatu Kosha, Saptami. Puti Bhave Arte Shuch Dhatoho Prayogaha Bhavati. This in the meaning of removal of the Shoka or purifying. Shuch Dhatu is used. Now, Aupadeshika Rupam is E Shuchi. E is Ita letter. And Repa is also Ita letter. And Ikara also Ita letter. Yes. Here, in fact, you should ask here the question. Here, E is Ita letter. Is it not Idit Dhatu? No. If only Ikara is Ita letter, then only Idit Dhatu. Here, Ir as such is Ita letter. Therefore, no Numagama business here. Please note. Understand? Repa is added to negate Numagama. Otherwise, Repa is not required. So, Panini Maharishi would have given just Shuchi, right? If you bring Shuchi, then what will happen? Numagama will come. It's a problem. I don't want Numagama. Therefore, add Repa. Right? Understand? So, Repa is there after the Ita letter E. So, that tells you this is not this dhatu will not get, not idit dhatu, therefore will not get Numagama. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
All this you can write as a note. Okay, I'm not writing it here, but in case in future you will get this confusion. You remove one by one Ita letter. E is Ita letter, you remove it. Repa is Ita letter, you remove it. Then E will be there. Now doubt will come. It's not idit dhatu, will not get Numagama. No, it will not get Numagama. Because the Ita letter is Ir. Therefore, no Numagama. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Then fourth is Rit Upada Dhatu. Rikara is Upada of which they are Rit Upada Dhatu. Simple joining, nothing happens here. Then this Brahm Klam Tras. These three Dhatu optionally take Shab. We have seen this. In Dvadigana itself, we have seen. In Dvadigana, Brahm Dhatu we have seen. How many forms are there for Brahm Dhatu?
3.
Brahmati, Brahmyati.
Brahmyati, Brahmyati, Brahmati. Three all mean the same. So don't think it is Brahmyati, it is wrong. It is also fine. See, in the Divadigana, it will take Shan. When it takes Shan, the rule is that we will see. Because Samadhi Antargane Bhavati, the Brahm Dhatu, therefore Upada, Dirgatvam Bhavati. It's going to come the next point that. So become Brahmyati. Optionally, it will take Shab. Therefore, it will get Brahmati. So Brahmyati, Brahmati are the two forms of the Dhatu, Brahm Dhatu, Divadigana Dhatu. The same Dhatu, it is there in Bhuvadigana. In Bhuvadigana, what we say, Shan is optional. It can optionally take Shan also. Therefore, what will happen? Brahmati is one form. Another form is Brahmyati.
Brahmyati.
So totally, you will have three forms: Brahmyati, Brahmyati, Brahmati. In it, both, all any one, the thing is okay. All mean the same only. Brahm means to wander. Now, this dhatu belonging to Divadigana, followed by Shan Pratyaya, what will happen? Dirgatvam Upada, Dirgatvam Brahmyati, because Samadhi Antargana. This is another important, you have to note. Antargana is, what is Antargana?
Subsection.
Subgroup.
Subsection, subgroup. The subgroup beginning with Sham Dhatu. Sham Adihi Yasya Antarganasya Saha Antarganaha Shamadi Antarganaha. Bhuri Samasa. Also compound, okay. The Antargana, the subgroup, beginning with the Dhatu Sham, that Gana is called Shamadi. Right? See, it is something like the class beginning with the name. Some Anupama is there now. Therefore, this Anupamadi Kaksha, suppose you can say. It means the Kaksha, the class beginning with the name Anupama. Bhuri Samasa. Understand?
Yes.
So, why? Okay. This what is intended by the Bhagavriki is it refers to the Gana, not to the first. First is not important. Sham is not important. Sham Adi referring to the Gana which begins with Sham. So what is emphasizes the Gana, not the first one. Understand?
Hmm.
The emphasis is not on the, even though first is mentioned, the emphasis is not on the first, the list. Emphasis is on the Gana only, group only. Okay. That is why it's called Bhaguvrigi Samasa. Bhaguvrigi Samasa is Anya Pada Pradana. I told you it's Samasa, right? Before? No?
No.
Okay. Samasa is out of context, but still, just for your understanding, I tell you, Rameshwaraha is it, right? Rameshwaraha. Rameshwara is a Samasa, it's a compound. Two words are there. What are the two words?
Rama,
Rama
Ishvara.
Ishvara.
Rama plus
Ishvara.
Ishvara. Ram. Okay, let me take the Visarga. Rama plus Ishvara. See, this is a compound. In compound, Sandhi is a must, no choice.
Hmm.
So two words have combined, become one word. That is Samasa. Two words have combined and becomes one word. In Sandhi, what happens? You can split. Into Sandhi Vicheda, you can split. In Samasa, you cannot do like that. It is a fully formed word. You cannot split. See, suppose the grains and the chaff is there, no? They are mixed up. That you can separate it, right? That is by the sealing, that what you call sealing process. You can separate, right? You can separate the grains from the chaff. Sandhi is like that. Samasa is like the mixture of two metals alloy. Suppose brass is there. Brass, bronze is a mixture of what? It's a mixture of zinc,
Copper and iron.
copper. That you cannot separate it. Once the alloy is formed only. If you know alloy is,
Yes,
I
Guruji.
think you all know alloy. You need not
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a mechanical engineer to know this. This alloy, right? Once it is formed, you cannot separate it. This Samasa is like that. Once formed is formed, you cannot separate. Right? Okay. Now Rama plus Ishvara. Therefore, Sandhi is what? Sandhi is a must. Rameshwara. Now, two words are there. Two words are there. Rama meaning what? Rama meaning the person Rama, right? Ishvara is the Lord.
Ishvara.
Now, together, it means Rameshwara. How are you going to interpret the word? Rameshwara means what? Rama meaning the person, the Rama, Ishvara meaning the Lord. Then what is the meaning of Rameshwara? This
Ramasya
word,
Ishvara.
this word, no, not only that. This word is something very beautiful word, Rameshwara. It can be interpreted in many samasa. All types of samasas. Many types. Samasa means whatever samasa types are there, in all types it can be interpreted. You can say Ramaha cha asau Ishvaraha cha. He is Rama and he is the Lord. That is one type of samasa. This type is called Karmadharaya samasa. Just to know the name. Okay, we will see that in detail later. Karmadharaya samasa. Ramasya Ishvaraha means he is the Lord of the Rama. Lord of Rama, that is, it could be Shiva, right? Shiva is the Lord, Rameshwara. That is why it's called Rameshwara. So, Rameshwara, that is appropriate is Shashti Tatpurish Samasa is appropriate. In Rameshwaram, the place down south where Rama worshipped Lord Shiva, right? Sita Lingam, Saikata Lingam, with a mud linga, he constructed and worshipped. So Ramasya Ishvaraha, that is Shiva. Shiva is the Lord of Rama. That is one type of samasa. That's called Tatpurusha Samasa. Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa. Then another word is Ramaha Ishvaraha Yasya Saha. The one for whom the Lord is Rama. It means what? The person is a Bhakta, Rama Bhakta, maybe Tulsidas or somebody, right? The one for whom Rama is the Lord. This means Rama Bhakta. So in all the three, the meaning is different. In all, these are the interpretations given for the word Rameshwara. It can be interpreted in this Karmadhara Samasa, he is Rama and he is the Lord. So here Rama is what is emphasized, Rama as a Lord. Whereas Ramasya Ishvaraha, there it is Shiva. Emphasis on Shiva only. Here it is emphasized on somebody else, not on Rama, not on Shiva, it is Bhakta. That's called Bahuvri Samasa. Understand? So Bahuvri Samasa is that where both the words are not denoted. It is that something else is denoted. Something other than the words are denoted. Bhakta is neither Rama nor Ishvara, right? That type of samasa is called Bahuvri Samasa. So therefore here Shamadi Antargana, what I mean is Sham Adihi Yasya Ganasya Saha Ganaha Shamadi Ganaha, like Divadi Ganaha. Gana, the group beginning with the dhatu, div, etc. is called Divadi Gana. So emphasis on what? Divadi, when we say, emphasize on the Gana, the group, not on the dhatu. Div is a dhatu, right? Div Adihi, Yasya Ganasya, Saha Ganaha, Divadi Ganaha. Like how you wrote Ramaha, Ishvara, Yasya Saha. Similarly, I can write Div, the dhatu. Div, dhatuhu, Yasya. Saha, what is Saha? That Gana, that group. What group? That group is called Divadi Gana. Div Dhatuhu. Div Dhatuhu. Div is a Dhatuhu. Adihi. That is
Adihi.
Div Dhatuhu Adihi. That is Divadihi. Esya Saha. That Gana which begins with the Div Dhatu. That Gana is called Divadi Ganaha. Bahuvri Samasa. Anyway, this is a small interpretation about the samasa. Pick up as much as you can. Okay, don't worry about too much. This is simply because I use Bhagavurgi. In Panchadeshi also I use Bhagavurgi, right? Therefore, you know what is Bhagavurgi is. Bhagavurgi is just a name. Don't worry about what Bhagavurgi is. Bhagavurgi, Vrigi means paddy. Bhagu means many paddy, many grains. Just a name. These are all the names given to the samasa. Okay. Fine. Shamadi Antargana. So the Shamadi Antargana will become Dirgha. Upada become Dirgha. Okay, then Yes Dhatu. Point number 6. Yes Dhatu without any Upasarga, except some Upasarga will take Shan. This we have seen. This is not so important, but anyway we have seen. So Yes Dhatu without any Upasarga will take Shan. Right? Except some Upasarga. It means with some Upasarga it will take Shan. And optionally it will take Shap also. If it is some Upasarga, it can take optionally Shap. So with some Upasarga we have 2 forms. Sam Yasyati or Sam Yasati. This is Yes Dhatu. Then Jani Dhatu, another important Dhatu. Jan. Pradurbhave. Pradurbhave is Jananam, in the sense of being born. The Dhatu, Jan Dhatu is used. Here Jani, Dirgha Ikara. Is it Idit Dhatu?
No.
No, this is not Idit Dhatu. It is Idit Dhatu, in fact. Right? Ikara is it. Therefore, Numagama will come. Yes? No.
No.
Will Numagama come?
No, it won't.
Numagama will come only for Idit Dhatu.
That's right.
This is Idit Dhatu. Therefore, no question of Numagama. Then why it is, what is the speciality here? Jan, the content is Jan. Jan would be replaced by Ja.
Jan.
When followed by Shit Pratyaya. Therefore, you have Jayate.
Jayate.
Jayate, not Janyate. Janyate is there. Where?
Karmani Prayoga.
Very good. Karmani Prayoga Janyate. Then Mid Dhatu. Mid Dhatu plus Jan. This is Apavada to the Guna. Please note. Apavada to the Guna means the Guna will not take place, I said. For Divadi Gana, it will take. For this Mid Dhatu. So apavada to the general rule. General rule is when a sarvadhataka pit pratyaya follows, angakarya will happen. But here sarvadhataka apit pratyaya follows, still angakarya happens. Therefore, exception to the general. Understand? This you have to remember. All exceptions you have to remember. If you remember the exceptions, utsarga is known. So becomes medyati. Then shamadi antargana. How many dhatus are there in shamadi antargana?
8.
What is the speciality? Upada,
Dirghatvam.
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 When shan follows, please note. Not in karmani anda. Only when shan. Shan when will follow?
Kartari.
Kartari yoga.
Very good. In kartari, shan follow. Karmani?
Yak.
Yes. So therefore, when yet follows, upada dirghatvam, will it happen?
Will it
Na
not?
bhavati.
No. So samadhi antargana, these 8 dhatus will have upada dirgha when followed by shan. That is in kartari prayoga. That is number 9. And another next one is vakaranta dhatu. Div dhatu is vakaranta dhatu. This is another important. Vakaranta dhatu or repanta dhatu having ik upada. Ik upada is short or long?
Short.
Anything, okay.
No, any.
Anyway, you can take short. Anyway, you can take short, no problem. Because dirgha anyway it's going to be dirgha only. You can take short. That's I think that's what Raja ji asked me.
Yes.
You can take rastva upada also, no problem. So when followed by hal, very
Hal.
important. Then upada ik will become dirgha.
Dirghatvam.
That's how div dhatu becomes divyati.
Divyati.
This is vakaranta dhatu, right? Followed by hal. When it is followed by hal, shan is there. Gana vikarana. Content is yakara is the first letter. Therefore, vakara of the dhatu when followed by hal, and therefore the preceding ik will become dirgha.
Dirgha.
So divyati is similarly sivyati and all those things. Similarly for the repanta also. Repanta dhatu. Vakaranta, repanta dhatu followed by a hal. When followed by a hal, then its rasva ik upada becomes dirgha. This is point number 10. Then okaranta dhatu. Some okaranta dhatus are there. What will happen when followed by shan? It becomes lopaha.
Lopa.
Okara, sho is a dhatu, becomes shati. Do becomes yati. Please note, sho is a dhatu. There is no itta letter for this dhatu. Even if you see upadeshika dhatu, you will see sho is the dhatu. No itta letter. And rikaranta dhatu. Sorry, rikaranta, dirgha. Rikaranta dhatu will be replaced by, before doing any angakarya, any process. First you have to do is, what you have to do is, you have to replace it by ikara. Ikara being unlettered, therefore repa will be appended. And therefore ir is the adesha. It means ir is the adesha. So before doing angakarya, you have to replace rikara by ir. So jru will become jir. Now it becomes repanta. Becomes repanta. Therefore, when followed by hal, what will happen? That's why upada becomes dirgha, jiryati, right? So that's the connection. You have to remember the connection. This is 13th point. 14th one, this is the 12th point. 13th point is samprasaranam. We know. What is samprasaranam?
Reversal of
yan sandhi.
Reversal of yan sandhi.
Yan sandhi.
In yan sandhi, ik is replaced by yan.
by yan.
In samprasaranam,
Yan replaced by ik.
and also
Adesha is
yes, it's called
samprasaranam.
samprasaranam. That is, the naming is very important. Because of the naming only, again samprasaranam will not happen. The sandhi will not happen. Okay. So yan replaced by ik is called samprasaranam, and the replacement ik is called samprasaranam. When samprasaranam follows, it means when ik, which as a sanya, samprasaranam follows yan, then yan will not undergo samprasaranam. That is why the sanya is important. Okay. And also, when samprasaranam is followed by aj, then what will happen?
both replaced
Both
by
are replaced by
samprasaranam.
Both will be replaced. Samprasaranam.
that is purva rupasanti. Samprasaranam followed by aj. What is a purva? Samprasaranam. Therefore purva rupa. But that only we get the form vidyati, vidyataha, vidyanti. We saw, right? Can remember prachdhatu, right? Prachdhatu. From that only we get prichati. Samprasaranam happens, then you get prichati. Then Upadanakara, this is what we saw, Anidit Dhatu. What is Idit and therefore what is Anidit to be understood. And Upadanakara of Anidit Dhatu will become Lopaha when followed by Kit with Pratyaya. If you know this, Divadigana is done. So Bhadigana, Divadigana. I think we have done exhaustively. Still more can be done, but it is enough with the Sutra. But Sutra not required at this point. So Divadigana is done. So next class we will do Tudadi, and after Tudadi, I think we can take a break. Then we can do, I'll teach you Karmani Prayoga, we can do for the Dhatus, whatever we have covered. Then we can take up infant reader, right? Infant reader and language part we can do. So Tudadi, then Karmani Prayoga, and then we go to the language. So we can continue the infant reader lesson also. Right? Infant reader as well as Antoine volume 1. So you can do the practice. Yes. Any doubts, please ask.
We'll work out, Guruji.
Yeah,
We
we'll
need
go
more
through.
working.
Yes. You have to remember, you have to do a lot of practice.
Yeah, Guruji.
You have to remember. At least you take the printout of all this and keep it in a file. You write your own notes, add points.
Yes, Guruji, that's what we have been doing.
Yes. Okay, we'll stop here.
Thank you.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om
Guruji, what,
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Yes.
at what point of time do we get to learn samasa?
Samasa, long way to go, not now.
Oh,
Many things will be covered. What is
okay.
Pratipadikam, Supratyaya, many things have to be covered. And only Karakam, in fact, a little of that. In fact, Samasa I am doing after some 400 classes or something for the advanced group. After
Okay.
400 classes, okay?
Understood.
Not now.
Okay, sir.
Not in the vicinity of. That's why I said simple. If you want to know simple Samasa, I can do that. Simple Samasa. But it will be really simple, that's all. Not much we can talk about. It's a long way to go, Samasa.
Okay.
Maybe I can teach you some simple Tatpurusha Samasa.
Yeah.
Simple Tatpurusha and some Bhagurigi. Yeah, I can explain without any much into that. Let us see.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavada.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Dhanyavad.
ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.